Hi friend, this is Professor B.K. Naule, and today we will be learning interfacing of keypad with Spartan 3 FPGA board. Okay, in this experiment we will write VHDL code to interface keypad with Spartan 3 FPGA board. The main objective of this experiment is to write the VHDL code for keypad interfacing and verify the result with the help of on-board 7-segment display. And in this experiment we will interface 4x4 hex keypad. So when first key, that is key from row 1 and column 1 is pressed, we will display F. When second key, that is key from row 2 and column 1 is pressed, we will display E. When key from row 3 and column 1 is pressed, we will display D. And when key is pressed from row 4 and column 1, we will display C. When key is pressed from column 2 row 4, we will display A. When key is pressed from row 3 column 2, we will display 7. When key is pressed from row 2 column 2, we will display 4. When key is pressed from row 1 column 2, we will display 1. When key is pressed from row 1 column 3, we will display 2. For row 2 column 3, 5. For row 3 column 3, 8. For row 4 column 3, 0. For row 4 column 4, 0. B. For row 3 column 4, 9. For row 2 column 4, 6. For row 1 column 4, 3. Basically we are going to implement hex keypad which has total 16 values of hex numbers, means 0 to 9, then A, B, C, D, E, F. We are going to implement a hex number here. Okay, that's why it is called as hex keypad. And accordingly we will send value to 7-segment display. For example, when switch from row 1 and column 1 is pressed, we want to display F. So we will send signals to 7-segment display to turn on LED A, F, G and E. Similarly, if key press is E, means it is from row 2 and column 1, we will send certain signals to turn on the LED A, F, G, E and D. Suppose the key press is 0, means from row 4 column 3. In this case we will send the signal so that it will turn on LED A, B, C, D, E and F. Suppose user has pressed key 2, means from row 1 column 2. In this case we will turn on LED A, B, G, E and D and so on. Now we will go to Xilinx ISE to write a VHDL code. To write VHDL program in Xilinx ISE, double click on Project Navigator. After opening Xilinx ISE, to create a new project, click on File, New Project. Here we have to give the name for project. Let's say keypad. We will give name the keypad. Select top level source type as a HDL. If not, then click on Next. Then here we have to select the proper device with package. So we have Spartan 3 XC3S400 device with package PQ208 and speed factor will be -4. Again we have to select this VHDL source analysis standard as a VHDL 93. Then click on Next. Here you have the all project summary. You can see the project name is keypad. The path of the project is D drive, then ANK folder in which we have keypad folder. The working directory of the software right now is DANK keypad, and top level source type is HDL. Here we also have the summary about our device. So device family is Spartan 3, device name is XC3S400, package is PQ208 and speed is -4. Also we have top level source type as HDL and so on. Okay, click on Finish. Now we want to write a VHDL program. For that we have to add VHDL module file. So to add VHDL module file, right click on the device we have added right now, click on New Source, select VHDL module, give name for the file, let's say main. Then this tick should be there, click on Next. Yes, I want to replace it. You can mention the entity here, but we are not going to write any entity here. We will write in the file directly. Then click on Next and Finish. Now we can write our main program in this file. Now in this experiment we require certain packages from IEEE library, that is 1164 arith package and then unsigned package. Okay, now we will write the entity for the keypad. The syntax of entity is entity keyword, then name of the entity. Here we have given hex keypad is the keyword, then port, and inside port we have to write all port definition, and the entity ends with syntax and entity name, and here we have name hex keypad. So we will see port definition now. Clock is the input signal and we will be using system clock. Reset is the input signal again to reset the switches. Then R is the row line. Okay, and we have 4 row. C is the column output. A is the 7 segment display output. L is the LED display output. Then we are going to write the main VHDL program in architecture. Here we have to create certain signals for temporary storage. First signal is counter, which will act as a counter for keypad scanner. Then next signal is column, next signal is row signal, and last signal is D signal for scanning bit. Now if reset is equal to 1, then we have to reset all the input and output, and if there is a rising edge we will increment the counter by 1. If scanning bit is 0 0, then we are saying the bit is from column 1. If scanning bit is 0 1, we can say trace bit is from column 2. If scanning bit is 1 0, we can say the bit is from column 3, and if scanning bit is 1 1, we can say it is from column 4. there is a reset condition when counter of 3 means MSB of counter is if 1, then we are going to reset the all the input and output. Otherwise we will assign value of column to the C. And if column is equal to 0, 0, 1 means first column, and row is equal to 0, 0, 1, then means if bit is from row 1 column 1 means we have F. So we will send 1, 1, 1, 1, 1 means that is the binary value of hex F to 4 LED to indicate it is F. Also we will send a particular signal to turn on the particular LED of 7 segment display to display F. In this case we will send 1, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1 to display F. Similarly, if key press is from column 1 row 2, that is switch E. In this case we will send the value 11110 to LED and 11001111 for 7 segment display to display E. Similarly, if key press is from column 1 row 3, we will display D. If key press is from column 1 row 4, we will display C. If key press is from column 2 row 1, we will display 1. If key press is from column 2 row 2, we will display 4. If from column 2 row 3, we will display 7. If key press is from row 4 column 2, we will display A. If key is pressed from column 3 row 1, we will display 2. If from column 3 row 2, we will display 5. If key is pressed from column 3 row 3, we will display 8. If key is pressed from column 3 row 4, we will display 0. If key pressed from column 4 row 1, we will display 3. If key pressed from column 4 row 3, we will display 9. And if key is pressed from column 4 row 4, we will display B. Now we have to synthesize the code. So enable this synthesize option, click on check syntax to verify the syntax analysis, or do we have any syntax error. If we don't have any error, then tick mark will be there. Now we can see the schematic of this design. Select second option, start with schematic of top level block, then click on OK, and now you can see the hex keypad. Now we have to add the user constraint file for this project. To add user constraint file, right click on the device, click on new source, select implementation constraint file, give the name, let's say main underscore UCF, user constraint file. Click on next, yes, and finish. And in this file you can write all the pin definition that we are going to use from FPGA board. So as per the user manual provided by supplier, we have to write all the pin definition in that file. Okay, we will copy the all pin definition. I will paste that in the that UCF file. Yes, and then we have to create a bit file. So after creating a bit file, you can upload that file Now we can see the output. Whenever we press the key, it shows that number